What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Ria and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. And my God, is my belly filled with Friday energy. How about you, Fran?
Rumbling and tumbling.
Oh,
Yeah. I agree. This was this weekend. There was a lot of anticipation for this weekend. I'm not even doing anything, but I'm just looking forward to the weekend, you know?
Yeah, it's my mom's birthday. It's Father's Day. Two very important things. Yeah.
Very important days, yes.
So my parents naturally are celebrating by going to Atlantic City. So
of course,
it's not like I got to be home with my mom for that. She's going to be busy gambling. But happy birthday to my mom.
Happy birthday, Ro. Are the whole gang going? Like, are all the friends going?
Not exactly sure. I know maybe a couple aunts are headed up with them.
Down to the shore, baby.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm feeling good because I had a coffee. And by had a coffee, I mean 2 sips. But something about those 2 sips give me a little burst of energy. Yep, Noah's got his coffee, per usual. Yep. Noah, you're going to see Paul McCartney tonight.
I am, yeah. I'm excited.
How do you feel about that?
I'm excited just for like the whole experience because I've never been to a concert in a football stadium. So
wow.
But yeah, I'm excited to see like the demographic. Like, is it just gonna be a lot of old people or?
I feel like it's gonna be very mixed.
Yeah, I know Robbie Fox is going, but like there'll be some younger people. But
there definitely will.
There's definitely going to be a mixed crowd because I've seen a mixed crowd on my Instagram talking about going to the concert.
I think it's a lot of like people going with their parents, like that type of thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it definitely feels like it's a family thing where you could go with relatives and whatnot. Apparently, it's he plays 36 songs.
Apparently, it's like 2.5 hours. Like
that's insane. He's so old.
Also, I didn't realize this is his last show of the tour, and then like 2 days after it's his birthday. So I'm like, will they sing happy birthday to him? I don't know.
Wow.
And if they don't, you'll start a happy birthday chant.
Yeah. Part of me is like, oh, like it's his last show, like, and it's also his birthday.
He turns 80.
Yeah, he turns 80 like in a couple
Holy
days.
Shit.
But I'm like, maybe they'll bring someone
on
out.
Saturday.
Yeah.
He turns 80 on Saturday. 36 songs. That's so many songs.
Are you going to stay for the entirety of the concert?
Yes, because you know he's going to like the last song he plays is going to be one of the big ones. Like I can't miss that. Like
you're right.
He plays like Let It Be or something and I just left.
Oh my God. You know,
I bet you can look up the full.
Everyone always says this, but I'm a big I don't want to know. Like
you don't want to look up the set list?
Yeah, I don't like to know. I like to be surprised.
Do you guys know who B. Miller is?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
She opened for Coldplay.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so B was in my acting class growing up, and she obviously is a phenomenal singer, and she would sing Let It Be at the end of the classes because my acting teacher obviously was like, B, get up and sing for everybody. And then she would sing Let It Be. And so
that's beautiful.
Obviously she was so fucking good. At the time, she was she wasn't as big at the time, obviously, but she was the voice of one of the characters in Toy Story.
Yeah, she Noah, for some background, she was on X Factor US. She made it pretty far. I don't know if did she win X Factor?
No, I don't think so.
But she made it very far. I loved her on X Factor. Like, I thought she was great.
But I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if she was in my class before or, she was in my class before she was on X Factor.
Okay.
So, yeah. She came in 9th place on season 2 of the X Factor when she was 13. So what year was that? What year? Hold on.
You know how
good question.
When you go to a concert, am I the only one who just like fantasizes about like he'll bring this person out or like and nothing ever happens? But I was like, if Taylor Swift was like doing nothing, I feel like they're like close. And he would bring her out.
You might be. I only do it when I know that that's like a thing that happens at shows.
I know, but even today, I'm like, oh, it's his last show of the tour.
No, yeah. I mean, last show on the tour, perhaps. I always normally only do it when I know like that's a thing. That like the past shows, there's always been someone. So then you can be like, oh, there's going to be someone. You just don't know who.
Coldplay being there last week and bringing out Bruce Springsteen kind of is like, oh, like maybe he will.
So,
yeah, but that's something they've been doing.
Yeah.
Not that anyone cares, but it was around actually the same time.
Oh, interesting.
Like, she might have been in my class and then went on X Factor in the same year.
I mean, that would definitely make sense. It's around the same
because it was 2012.
I feel like you guys are like the same age.
She's 2 years younger than me.
Okay, so yeah, that would check out. No, so when I was prepping for the Coldplay show and I was looking at the website and I was like, oh, I wonder who's opening. It was her, and her is doing a bunch of their shows. And then B Miller was the first one. And I was like, oh my God, love B. That's great. Good for her. I think she only did that one show because then the next MetLife show was somebody else. Like the first opening act changes, I feel like almost for every show. And then the second one is always her for like the next, month or so, I think. I don't know how much longer. And then Coldplay. So, but yeah, B Miller.
She's great. It was crazy because it must have been like right before she went on X Factor, because I remember she had voiced, I forget the character in Toy Story 3. And so we were all like, oh my God, like you were in Toy Story 3. Like, cause that was like her, like in class, everyone would talk about what they did. And she was like, I did Toy Story 3. And so I was like, shit, the girl who was in Toy Story 3 is in my class. And then after that, it was like, she just became actually very famous.
Yep, definitely.
Good for B.
So, good for B, man. Those early X Factor days.
What a turn that took.
I was locked into those early X Factor US days.
I never watched all of X Factor.
Oh, it might have been the One Direction effect that made me want to watch in the US, but you also know that I love my singing competition shows, so.
One Direction was on X Factor UK, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to sound stupid, but I was just making sure. I have seen all of their auditions, obviously.
I remember when the first day I arrived in London for my study abroad thing, we were like right by where they film X Factor, and we just walked over there and Simon Cowell like walked out, and you would have thought like the Beatles like walked out. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's fucking Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell. Where is he now?
He's still...
Did you see recently?
He still does America's Got Talent, I think.
He said he's done getting Botox.
I hope so.
He's had multiple bike accidents.
I think he joked about, like, I took it a little too far, the Botox.
Yeah, well, that's
as
good.
Do many. Sometimes. As do many take it too far with the Botox.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we get into some topics?
Yes, Ria, I actually just remembered one that I forgot to say and I would like to add to the end.
Let's add it.
The first pictures of Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie.
Oh, yes.
From the Barbie movie.
Well, let's throw that in there. Let's throw that in there right at the top, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, let's get into the topics. First, we're going to be talking about Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie and their pictures. The first look of them in Barbie. We all already see Margot Robbie, but we saw pictures of Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Beyonce has announced that her new album will be coming July 29th. Netflix is making a Squid Game reality show. Scary. Amber Heard was allegedly cut from Aquaman, which turns out not to be true. She was not cut from Aquaman 2. And, we have to top it off with Austin Butler. Didn't see his family for 3 years while filming Elvis. We promise we will talk about Austin Butler every episode until this movie comes out. Let's get into it, starting off with Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie and Barbie. This weekend is the perfect time to try something new in your life, and that's why you guys need to try Slick alcoholic ice pops. They are the absolute best, especially for this time of the year. The weather's hot, you're outside, you need something to cool off. Who doesn't love a good ice pop? And better yet, who doesn't love a good ice pop that has alcohol in it? So fill your freezers right now with Slick this summer, especially for 4th of July. They have all different spirit-based packs, agave margaritas, rum daiquiris. They have the strawberry daiquiri, pineapple daiquiri. Each pop contains 8% alcohol and only natural flavors. And you guys are gonna want to keep your freezers stocked, your coolers, going on a boat, going to a party, going to the beach. Make sure you have Slick ice pops ready to go. Head to Slick, that's SLIQ, spiritedice.com to snag a pack of Slick and stock your freezer with pops for your next good times occasion. Make sure to use promo code SlickChicks2 to get 10% off your order as well. This ad has been brought to you by 21 Holdings, LLC in West Chicago, Illinois. You must be 21 and up to purchase and consume. Please drink responsibly. Pictures of Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie in the Barbie movie have been revealed. I think we've seen the pictures of Margot Robbie before, but it was our first time getting a look at Ryan Gosling. I was not taking my pants off for these pictures of Ryan Gosling, I'll put it that way, but it's Ryan Gosling. He always looks good.
It was definitely jarring. Like, it was a jarring first photo because we did not really know how he was going to look. I just always think of what is it? Toy Story? That there's the Ken?
Yes.
Yeah, so like in my mind, I just like picture exactly that, but in real life, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like the animated. So I kind of thought like his hair would be like perfectly parted. This Ken has a little bit of an edge, it's the ripped denim.
Have you ever seen the place Behind the Pines or Beyond the Pines? What's the title?
It's Beyond the Place Beyond the Pines.
Place Beyond the Pines.
He was kind of channeling his character a little bit in that into this Ken. You think with like the blonde hair?
I totally agree. It's like it was very similar in that aspect, but yeah, he's got the total bleach blonde look. I'm excited. It definitely looks like it's going to be very, I like don't know what word to use besides camp, which sounds funny because like I feel like everyone made fun of the word camp when it was used for the Met Gala. Everyone was like, what the fuck does that mean? But I feel like this Barbie movie feels very
camp.
You're
such a fashion analyst, friend, but call me crazy, call me nuts, call me almonds.
Call me cashews. You really like that one.
Tell me you didn't like that a little bit. Like it's
I know
such
that
a
was
terrible
good.
Joke. It's so bad.
You're on a roll with just immediately laughing at your own jokes. You got we did trivia for Monday, which obviously you guys haven't heard yet, but what the kid we played, his name is Freddie, and you could only guess the joke that she made before we started the game.
That one just came. The almonds one just came to me. I've never made that joke in my life. It just came to me. I'm sorry. I'm a comedian.
All right, so call you nutty.
Call me peanut butter. I thought Ken's hair was brown.
Yeah, it is.
So why is it blonde?
Maybe because there is there are other, oh wait, no. Oh, it's blonde.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, there's also different versions of Ken.
Like, I feel like the Ken I know had brown hair.
The original Ken was blonde, from what I can see from the the vintage Barbie dolls.
Right. What Ken am I picturing that has brown hair? Oh, I'm not. I think it's the Ken in like the Barbie TV show.
That could be it,
which I've recently watched.
Did you?
Yes. It's like dirty blonde. It's like not full blonde.
Yeah.
It's a little blonde.
Yeah. So it's really up for interpretation, I would say. So they're taking Ryan Gosling in the very blonde route. Ryan Gosling is obviously like not on social media. We never really see him post anything. I love when Eva Mendes just like posts his stuff. Like she posted the picture and wrote, so F funny. So F good. very mom. What
movie do you think of when you think of her?
So F excited for you to see this. .. Hashtag that's my Ken. A Hitch.
Oh, I think of the other guys.
Yeah, it's both of those for me. It's Hitch and the other guys, but probably the other guys first.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just not a Hitch person. I want to be. It's a good movie.
No, mine. I always it goes right to Hitch for me. Q-Tip. Q-tip? You don't need no pizza? They got food there.
Wait, Fran, could you tell me the name of the person that Kevin James is in love with in the movie? Off the top of your head. I can.
She has a funny name. I kind of don't remember.
It's Allegra Cole, isn't it?
Allegra Cole, yes. That's a great name.
That is a cool name.
What's his name? I don't even know. Oh, damn, now I can't think of his name. Oh,
Al Brenneman.
Yeah.
Albert
Brenneman.
Albert Brenneman. Okay, moving on. It's very excited for. Look, I think the Barbie movie is definitely going to freak a lot of people out. I think people are going to be like, I don't know about this one, but I still have faith that it's going to be good.
It reminds me of the Cat in the Hat movie.
Ooh, that makes me think not good because the Cat in the Hat movie was scary.
Didn't like that movie?
Oh my God, the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat.
Movie.
Oh, that movie scared the shit out of me.
I tried to watch it recently and I couldn't watch it because I was afraid. I'm more afraid of things now than when I was younger. I wasn't really scared of a lot of things when I was younger besides Michael Jackson and Marilyn Manson. But now, movies like that and scary movies, they scare me a lot more. So I tried to watch it recently and I was like, oh no, I don't like the look of this because it feels very real but fake, but real. You're like, could this be happening down the block from me? So I feel like that's the feel or the look of the Barbie movie, which I think we may like because it's all pretty and pink and colorful and there's no scary cat. I think that we will enjoy the Barbie movie more than Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, I agree. This podcast, we're nonstop concert goers. We're all over the place. Noah's going to Paul McCartney. Got Elton John coming up. We're busy bees, and the Game Time app is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever to score last-minute deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows, and they guaranteed the lowest price. They cracked the code on how to score deals on last-minute tickets. So if you're like us and you're trying to go to a ton of concerts this summer and you see them all lined up, you're looking at these venues, and it's a last-minute decision, you say, hey, you know what? We're going to this show. You can check out Game Time. They'll give you the best options. And on top of that, for sports, it's great too. Say you're a big baseball fan. It's the summertime and it's during the week. Your team's playing. You don't have tickets, but you say, oh, you know what would be so great tonight? A baseball game. You go onto the Game Time app and boom, you're ready to go. The purchase process is so quick and easy. And once you buy your tickets, they're delivered directly to your phone. No printer needed. The app also allows you to easily share tickets with friends via text so you can get into the game seamlessly. Get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account to create a login and redeem code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. That's code CHICKS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply.
It has been announced that Beyonce will be coming out with a new album July 29th. Thank God. Everybody loves a new Beyonce album. Everybody loves Beyonce's music. And so all we can do is just look up in the sky and say, thank you, God.
Are you all right? You are speaking in a way perhaps you have never spoken before. I
told you that the Friday energy was through the belly today. I think I need to start drinking coffee more often. Let's get a poll going, okay? If you think I should start drinking more coffee, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, if 2 sips of coffee is giving you this much of a jolt. Oh, you went halfway. The announcement came kind of overnight. We knew there was rumors something was happening. She, removed her profile picture on Instagram and those things, the bio, that's always a sign. And then overnight, going into Thursday, they, Sony Music had posted it just says Act 1 Renaissance, July 29th. And Beyonce is on the cover of British Vogue, which of course is outstanding. The pictures are insane. She's on a horse. She's got this this headpiece. It's, only Beyonce can pull off these things. It's really true. And then this is what British Vogue wrote about the music, because the writer did get to listen to the new album while they were at Beyonce's home. British Vogue teases that Renaissance will be the singer's, quote, most ambitious musical project to date. The album is the result of Beyonce overthinking every detail and decision as she spent time at home amid the pandemic. The outlet alludes to the album being party-focused with, quote, soaring vocals and fierce beats. British Vogue writes, her upcoming album is music that makes you rise, that turns your mind to cultures and subcultures, music that will unite so many on the dance floor and make them fall in love.
Fierce beats is all I need to hear. I love a fierce beat.
I also love the that will unite so many on the dance floor and make them fall in love.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
You know what? It feels like the perfect birthday treat.
It does. Thank you, Beyonce. Wow. Thank you, God. Thank you, Beyonce.
I should throw a birthday party where it's just a Beyonce album listening party.
I mean, honestly, just a Beyonce themed birthday party would be so much fun.
And we all
Beyonce songs. People can have different Beyonce era outfits.
Oh, and we all just shake our titties on the dance floor.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking too. That'd be perfect.
My God. Thank you, Beyonce.
It would be perfect.
What's your favorite type of Beyonce? So
my favorite type of Beyonce is, I loved, first of all,
I loved Lemonade Beyonce.
I really love listening to the Coachella live set all the way through.
Whew.
That's like one of the best things you could do if you're trying to listen to Beyonce music. Just listen to the entire
because that's like
Coachella
all her
set.
hits.
Yeah, it's just it's hit.
Great for exercise.
If I'm like on the treadmill and I got to get through it, it's like let's just put Beyonce Coachella set from the beginning. But I think Beyonce, like just her Beyonce album, which came out in 2014, had hit after hit. Drunk in Love with Jay-Z, Partition, Flawless, 7-Eleven, the Flawless remix, the Drunken Love remix. There was just so many great ones.
That was a really good album.
I also loved B-Day, which was an earlier one, 2006. A lot of great hits on that one. I mean, Beyonce just has hit after hit after hit.
That she does. So she'll be back. And I also feel like she's going to be back in a big way, because the fact that this says Act 1 Renaissance makes me think there's got to be more than one act. So I don't know like what the timeline of that would be, but she's been working on new music for years now. So it's like, okay, she's ready to unleash multiple acts, I think, which is just fantastic.
Isn't it crazy that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, and instead of divorcing him and ending things, she was like, okay, I'm just going to make an entire album about this. And you're also going to have to sit there and take it.
And basically made him make an album like for him to like apologize. Like his whole last album was just like, I made a terrible mistake. Like,
Yep. That was 444, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. And basically she was just like, I'm going to profit off of you cheating on me. Which is the best.
That's how you do it.
Case
Genius.
Scenario.
Genius. I will like pretty crazy. I think everybody was talking about that picture of Blue Ivy. You know, she was sitting courtside with Jay-Z at the basketball finals. She's like 10, and between the ages of 9 and 10, she has matured tremendously. Like you were like, oh my God, she looks like little mini Beyonce. It's so funny how like genetics work, because Joe had said the same. Like I was like, Joe, look at this picture of Blue Ivy, and I was like, she looks just like Beyonce, and he was like, yeah, but she also looks like Jay-Z too. And I'm like, yeah, that's crazy how a kid looks like both their parents combined.
Everyone was like, oh my God, she looks like young Beyonce. And then everyone was replying like, well, it is her daughter. Like, you know, you combine the two, probably going to look like that.
Wait, do they?
Yep, there could be some similarities.
Yes.
Oh, they have 3.
Because they have the twins.
Oh, okay.
Twins.
Yeah.
The twins are very under wraps. So
how old
you don't
are they?
see
Like
twins
2?
as much. No, the twins are probably So Beyonce didn't do Coachella in 2017 because she was pregnant. So the twins are like
I feel like the twins are under wraps because of how exposed Blue Ivy was. So they're probably like trying to keep the twins.
At what age do you think you realize like who your parents are?
Probably the age Blue Ivy's
yeah, like sitting courtside, like every player in the game you just saw like coming up to your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty aware of things at like age 8.
Yeah. It was actually just their birthday. The twins, June 13th, 2017 was
happy birthday
when they were born.
Twinsies.
Happy birthday to the twins.
If you are looking for a new way to maybe fall asleep at night while also turning yourself on, look no further than Dipsea. Friends laughing at me, but maybe
I'm laughing at you because when you do this ad, we just did 2 back-to-back ads, and when you went into this one, you put on a sexy voice.
So it requires my sexy voice.
I know. I know.
So maybe you're laying in bed at night, and you're like, oh, I'm alone. I want to be feeling myself, and then maybe just fall asleep right after. Like I said, look no further than Dipsea. Dipsea is an audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. Each Dipsea audio story features characters that feel like real people in immersive scenarios, so you feel like you're right there. You can listen to stories about hooking up with your hometown crush you never made a move on, or a coworker, who knows. They release new content every week, so there's always more to explore. No matter who you're into or what turns you on, Dipsea has something for you. For listeners of the show, Dipsea is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/chicks. That's DIPSEA stories.com/chicks. Netflix is apparently coming out with a Squid Game reality show where over 400 contestants will compete for a prize of over $4 million. This is the largest prize for a game show, I think maybe ever, which would make sense because of how big Squid Game was. I'm just nervous that people are going to die. I
was going to say it's large because their life is on the line.
If the reality show is anything like the TV show, people's lives are at stake.
So it's very funny because in the Hollywood Reporter article announcing this, they wrote, while the stakes won't be life or death, presumably, Squid Game The Challenge will have 456 players competing in a series of games for the chance to win $4.56 million. Like you said, largest lump sum. Although apparently, wow, bring it back around, baby. Fox's X Factor has previously given out recording contracts worth $5 million. Squid Game took the world by storm, blah, blah, blah. The head of Netflix VP Unscripted Documents series said, we're grateful for the support as we turn the fictional world into reality in this massive competition and social experiment. Fans of the drama series are in for a fascinating and unpredictable journey as our 456 real-world contestants navigate the biggest competition series ever, full of tension and twists with the biggest ever cash prize at the end. The reality competition will consist of 10 episodes, and there was a teaser video that came out for it as well. Obviously, we know we're getting a season 2 of Squid Game. You can, if you're interested, squidgamecasting.com if you would like to throw your hat into the ring there. I mean, this is crazy. How do you film a show with 456 contestants?
Did you see
it's 10 episodes.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
That he recreated it. He recreated Squid Game. Basically what this is going to be. So I would assume it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
It seems insane, but if anybody can get it done, it's Netflix. They pull off some pretty crazy things. So I feel like I can't wait. I genuinely think that they should have waited to announce this and then just put it out one day because I feel like it's going to be insane. And I feel like it might be a one and done type of ordeal because I do think people are going to get hurt.
I have a legal question. Do you think that is it legal if people signed away yes, I might die on this? Is that allowed? I don't think you're allowed to still I don't think you could.
I mean
if It's hello. If you go skydiving and you sign the waivers,
like, something could go wrong. You could die. This would be like if you don't win, you're dying.
No.
Oh,
no! I know they're not. But I'm
killing
saying, like,
people.
Could they? Like, is that
no? I think that you would sign something that if you participated in an activity where you could potentially die. That waivers like that are signed all the time. I'm pretty sure Fran and I signed a waiver like that when we were going to go on The Amazing Race. Like, I'm pretty sure we signed our entire lives.
Correct. I'm pretty sure we did also. And also, like, let's be real. Nobody's fucking dying on this reality show. Like, they're not. Like, the games are going to be tough, and I'm sure there'll be interesting moments
like the challenge,
here. But
Survivor, like, there's pretty insane challenges that people could get severely hurt. And majority of the time they don't, but sometimes nobody they get very hurt.
Oh, no. Definitely injured. People could for sure get injured. But, it's certainly not going to be taking the exact same form as Squid Game. That would be insane. A rumor started this week that Amber Heard was being cut and recast from Aquaman 2. This came from Just Jared. And after that kind of took off and was posted everywhere, including our Instagram, because I was like, damn, that's a big story. Amber Heard's reps have responded to that, saying that is just not true at all. The rumor mill continues as it has from day one: inaccurate, insensitive, and slightly insane. A spokesperson for Heard tells People. A rep for Warner Brothers, the film studio, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So they're claiming that this is just completely not true, and she will be in the movie. And at this point, to cut and recast her feels fairly unnecessary. The movie is expected to be out in March 2023. So I guess, technically there is time, but for those giant movies, those big budget superhero movies, so much goes into it that I can't imagine they would be looking to do
but
that.
It's almost like, how much can you believe Amber Heard's reps at this point? Did you see the clip of Amber Heard with her Today Show interview where she references Johnny Depp playing Edward Scissorhands? One of the more insane clips that I've seen recently from Amber Heard.
Yeah, she was like, he made everyone think that he had scissors for hands.
Not even close to being the same thing at all. He was acting. That was a part he was playing. Nobody actually believed that Johnny Depp had scissor hands.
Actually, I would just like to say that I did as a kid believe that, and that scarred me for life. That and Beetlejuice are two movies I can never watch.
Really?
To this day, I will not watch Edward Scissorhands.
I really loved Edward Scissorhands as a kid. Like, really loved it. Isn't that strange?
I mean, yeah, it's a creepy movie. Like, it's just like...
I'll be completely honest, I never saw it because it always scared me.
I really loved Edward Scissorhands as a kid. I'm starting to freak myself out. I loved Cat in the Hat. I loved Edward Scissorhands. I don't know where these are coming from.
I understand that Tim Burton is an artiste, and his movies obviously are insanely popular and people love him. They freak me out. That's it's not my genre.
That's fair.
They freak me out. So no, it is very. What I was also thinking with this is, like, Amber Heard just lost a defamation case for something that she said in an article where she did not even name him. And now she's doing press where she's doubling down on everything. And it's very clearly Johnny Depp because it's the Johnny Depp trial. So, like, she's doubling down on what she's saying. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, can he just sue her again? Like, is that a thing that could happen where he's like, hey, defamation, you said, because she very precisely was like, this did happen. The abuse was there. I did not lie about a single thing, and really, like, continued to discuss the story of her relationship with him and the things that he did publicly in interviews, which is what led her to this in the first place. And now I'm confused. I'm like, can we just go, like, is this going to go cycle through again?
That's a great point. I didn't think of it like that, but I'm not sure legally. I'm not a lawyer, so I can't provide the information.
I know, and neither am I.
That's a great question.
How many times can you sue for defamation?
But also, I could see where people could argue this point, but I'm still having a hard time figuring it out, is her saying that she loves him. I can't grasp that, because I feel like if everything she's saying is true, which the jury has deemed untrue at this point, or whatever it is that or maybe they haven't deemed it untrue, but they think that she is, whatever she said about him has ruined his career.
They think that she defamed.
I'm just like, wouldn't you have hatred for that person if he did these things to you? Like, wouldn't you have hatred for somebody who did these things to you? Like, what do you mean you love him? Yeah. Like, I think she can't get her story straight, clearly, and it's just causing a bigger mess for her. Whereas if I know she wants to, like, be like, I'm going to speak my truth, but, like, maybe it's best you don't do these interviews where you end up
or just, like,
sounding like you're lying over and over again. Yeah,
right.
Take a breath,
beat.
Think about what you want to say.
Take a beat.
And then do the interviews. Because it seems like she hasn't thought about it at all. Yeah. And now she's comparing herself to Johnny Depp playing Edward Scissorhands, which makes no sense at all.
Right. Talking about, like, the jury being swayed and all these things. So, yeah, obviously it's, it's her right to continue to speak if she wants to, which is what she was fighting for in the first place, talking about, her First Amendment right. She's going to continue to do that. Clearly, I don't know what the consequences of that will be / what'll come out of the, what's the word? Appeal, when she appeals the decision that's already been made. So we'll just continue to hear about this. The full, we saw part of this on on today's show, and then the full interview, I believe, is out on Dateline tonight, Friday night. So I'm sure there'll be even more points being discussed when we wake up on Saturday. All right, guys, you've heard me talk about this new dating app. It was formerly known as Spark. It is now called Summer. So introducing Summer. It's different from other dating apps. Instead of swiping one by one, you see a bunch of profiles at the same time and pick who stands out in real life. Recreates the feeling of walking into a party and seeing who catches your eye. Summer shows the people closest to you, so you can open the app at a bar, and the people you see on the grid are probably at the bar too, and you'll know who's single. You can spend less time on apps and more time on dates. Likes expire after 24 hours, so you won't wait around for weeks wondering if someone is going to message you. It's a totally different form. So like I said, it's a new take on the classic dating app. So if you're tired of swiping and want to meet cool people in your area, go to the App Store and download Summer or click the link in the description. That's one more time. You can go to the App Store and download Summer or click the link in the description. To wrap this up nicely, I was not joking when I said that we were going to make sure we discuss some sort of Austin Butler moment before the movie comes out for the next week. So here's the update for today. Austin Butler told Daily Pop that he didn't see his family for what turned out to be 3 years. He said, I didn't see any one of my friends for that entire time. So it was like the rest of my life, suddenly I compartmentalized. Balancing real life with the obsession of a role is something Butler said he's still trying to tackle, along with not letting people's opinion of the film get to him. There's this quality where you're on the train and you have people saying great things about you and you have people saying awful things about you. And for me, every day, it's this thing of going, okay, what is reality? It's just staying grateful and really just kind of not allowing those things to make me feel like they are me. So, boy, 3 years? 3 years?
Is a really
no friends or family?
To go without seeing your family. Now, this was filmed during the COVID era, I think. So we do have to factor that in. I'm going to stand up for Austin just a tiny bit here because I don't want to shit on him all the way.
That's a good point.
Because I originally was like, you didn't see your family for 3 years? But then I remember this was filmed during COVID. There was a lot of protocols. Close set. You
probably a closed set.
A lot, lockdown, all these things that would probably make it hard for somebody to see their family and friends. So I will not hate on Austin completely for that scenario. I also think he's a great actor. But I can't stop. Like, I truly, in my bones, I can't stop. On my Instagram story last night, I couldn't stop, like, making fun of him. But that doesn't mean that I don't like Austin Butler or don't think that he's going to be a great actor or is a great actor already. I want that on record. You could still laugh at somebody while not hating them. My sister was texting me, and she was like, stop trolling Austin Butler. She was like, I saw the promos, and I thought they looked great. And I was like, you've never even stood up for me. How are you standing up for Austin Butler right now? Like, it's just funny. Like, the whole thing is just funny to laugh at because there was one clip. Noah, I need you to put this in. And visually it's better, but still hearing it is fine. Where him and Baz Luhrmann, the director, are shown pictures. It's during an interview. And it's like just Elvis's mouth. And Elvis is not smiling or anything. And Austin Butler's like, oh yeah, that's Elvis. Like, it's just...
Elvis.
That's Elvis's smile.
Yeah, that's shot.
I love that picture.
Yeah.
So good.
It's the way that he is like looking at Elvis and just... I just can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of it. And then he was on Fallon, and he was swerving those hips around. And
that was a good Elvis dance
as
move.
if he's Elvis. Like he's like I'm Elvis. Like, look at my dance moves.
You know what I was thinking about? Because I saw a picture of him walking with Kaya Gerber, and I was like, you know what? I kind of forgot through all of this that he is like in a new relationship. And in my mind, I'm like, is Kaya Gerber dating Elvis? Like is she like, she's dating Austin Butler as Elvis right now because he's so still dedicated to the role and like doing all this press and the looks and the outfits and everything that I'm like, Kaya Gerber, I don't think actually knows who Austin Butler is because Austin Butler doesn't know who he is.
And one day, Kaya's gonna snap and be like, "You're not fucking Elvis." she's gonna lose it one day. The allure is there now. The sexy voice, like she's really buying into it. Everyone's buying into it. And then one day, when this Elvis, press dies down and the movie's been out for a while, she's gonna wake up and be like, you're not Elvis. Like, it's gonna hit them both. And Austin Butler's gonna be like, you know what? I'm not Elvis. He can't keep this Elvis act going for years. He has to give it up.
I mean, it might just be permanent. Like, you know how when you were little and you would like make stupid faces or do things and your parents would be like, keep making that face. It's gonna get stuck that way. And he keeps talking like this.
I saw
it might get stuck.
That was like, imagine these actors continued their same voice from these parts all throughout their life, and it was like Bradley Cooper as Chris Kyle on American Sniper.
No, it literally is.
It would be absurd.
I know people don't like this movie anymore, but Tropic Thunder, like that in that movie where he just couldn't stop talking, Robert Downey Jr., where it's like,
right.
Yeah, or any of these roles where people take on like historical figures, everybody talks about how much of a method actor Daniel Day-Lewis is. It's like, imagine if he just kept living his life as Abraham Lincoln.
It's creepy. I don't care. I'm saying it.
People are creepy. Like, it's method acting. It's method acting. And yet, I have nothing against method acting. If you want to be a method actor, go right ahead.
And I think
but eventually, it's got to end.
Like, I'm not taking that away from Austin Butler that he has worked on his craft and has made himself so immersed in this role that he's played a great Elvis and he's a great actor and has like taken the time to be so. Like, yeah, totally. But am I still a little creeped out that Austin Butler thinks he's Elvis? Yes, I am. Austin Butler is like might have one of the biggest firsty lasty names
Like there's no like calling him Austin.
Austin Butler.
Like it's Austin Butler. It's got to be first and last. We can't be like he's a total firsty last.
Yeah, Elvis is like both. You can say Elvis, Elvis Presley. I feel like it works.
Well, because when you're somebody that
because like
has
Harry
that
Styles
first name
you have to say Harry Styles.
You don't need to do it. Yeah. There's not a lot of Elvises out there.
Elvis Duran in the morning show.
I guess that probably makes sense. Yeah. Oh boy. So hopefully, the interviews keep coming. We'll have something to talk about on
and by the way,
on Monday. But yeah, he is doing,
and he can't stop
so
dressing
much
like Elvis either. It's like this guy. It would be more impressive to me if he was able to fully snap out of this Elvis act, and then we watched the movie and it was like, wow, he really transformed to Elvis and then jumped out of it and like is totally normal Austin Butler. But that's not what we're getting here. Still excited to see the movie. And by the way, this is not the last time you're going to hear about this in this podcast, because I do bring it up in our interview for good reason. For good reason. I didn't want to do it, but I had to.
That.
It created a good discussion.
Oh boy. It did.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. Make sure you are subscribing everywhere on YouTube. Our next vlog will be out Sunday night. Make sure you are tuning in for that. Merch is in the link in the description. We love you guys, and we'll talk to you on Monday.